going to show you how to replace the nose plate on the YEATS appliance dolly. First thing you want to do is lay the dolly flat as shown on a workbench or table, and then you want to remove the wheels. You're going to remove both wheels to give you easy access to the rivets that attach the nose plate. And this is a good time while you have these wheels off to put a little grease and add them on the inside of the bearings. Stop that squeaking noise when you're moving stuff. You got both wheels off. Let's take a look at what we have here. You can see part of this side rail is cracked. The side rail is still good to use with one crack on each side. So you're gonna have 3 rivets holding on nose plate on this side of the dolly. Again, it's still good to use. You need to be careful though. If you crack a second one, either here or on this side, you are going to have to replace the entire side rail because it is no longer safe to use. Again, one corner broken, still good to go. Okay, and then you're going to want to flip the dolly, remove the felt, okay, now typically here at YEATS, when we do these repairs, we use an air-powered chisel gun to remove the existing rivets. Today we're just going to use a hand chisel. If you don't have a hand chisel, you can probably use a flat screwdriver to kind of chisel those off, or possibly just drill them out and knock them out. And again, you're knocking off the head of each rivet. Okay, once all the heads are knocked off, you want to just pop them out. We're using a punch here, but you can probably use a Phillips head screwdriver to knock those out. Alright, now take that old nose plate. For those of you at home who are replacing your entire nose plate, the felt is going to come attached as long as the stud bolt's already in there. And you just line those up with the existing holes. Today we are going to put a new nose plate on there and show you how to do the stud bolts as well. This is for people who are just replacing a few popped rivets with a stud bolt set. You want to line them all up. And you're just going to hammer these down. They are carriage bolts. Nice solid hammers. You want to make sure that they are as all the way in and flush so as they do not protrude. Once you get them hammered in, you're going to flip it. You're going to move these glide belts out of the way, slide the pulleys to the middle to give you complete access to the stud bolts. Right, now we're going to put on the washers and the nuts. Again, these are 1/4 inch nuts. Sometimes it's easier just to replace all the washers on there so you do not forget. For those of you who are just replacing a few popped rivets, you can possibly reuse the existing felt that was on there depending on the condition. If you only need to, replace one rivet on one side, you can just peel it back, halfway and then just re-glue it. And just go ahead and proceed to tighten them all. Do not over tighten these. If you put too much torque on them, it is possible for the stud bolt to snap. So just get them nice and snug. Again, do not over tighten. There you can see that part of the side rail with the cracked corner. Again, it is still good to use. Just be careful. If it starts to crack right here, it'll go all the way through. And again, with only 2 rivets or stud bolts holding the nose plate, it is not safe, and you would need to buy a whole new side rail. You want to reinstall the glide belts correctly. Just slide those pulleys back into place and glide belts over. Okay, and you are done. Going to just put the wheels back on. We add a little grease here. Again, to stop that squeaking noise. You can always reuse the same cotter pins. Make sure you get a washer back on the inside of the wheel and on the outside. And that is it, folks. You now have a brand new nose plate installed, or your same one without the popped rivets.